Hello Knight here, welcome back to my Empire Total War campaign, playing as the Dutch. I think that we're going to attack the French over here, this army here. I'm just amalgamating my troops, try and build up my army as much as possible. And okay. Right. What do we got here? I need to try and put an army together to attack these guys. Okay, so they can't reach, so we'll probably move these guys down to here. And walkie doke. So I'll move these two units here across. I'm actually saying that. Right. Speed this up. We've got in here 2 pieces of cavalry. And we just move this guy down to here. Okay. So they're repairing, ready to move on Paris. Excuse me. They can't reach, so they're going to come down to here. And General Gerard Bayard will attack here. I think what I said I was going to do is actually try and decoy these guys all away, but I've changed my mind about that. We're going to... I'd rather make them lose their money, to be honest. So we're going to move out from here. So that's actually all green. There's no enemy trade there at all. I'll move this guy back to here. I don't know where the French fleet has gone, to be honest. It may be that the British have destroyed it. It's quite possible. I certainly need to keep my ships here to defend my ports. Are we constructing something? We are, that's good. We're constructing another 5th rate there, that's good. So I'd be reasonably happy we could hold off a few galleons if they attacked us. There's nothing else in Alsace, so we're going to move on to Alsace after that. Very few French troops in defending his capital. I think he must have some troops down here. I'm just going to have a look. Nice spy. I think he must have some troops down here. Right. Anything else I can recruit? Okay. Don't build any more. Don't want to build any more provincial cavalry. Yeah, that's what we should do. Let's just have a quick look. Before we fight this battle, we just have a quick look out here. Got a general here. He's not really doing very much. Protestantism like here, 15%, but we'll turn that around so that it's all Protestantism. Some roads. Recruiting a ship, we are. What's happening in the main trade theatre that we have? We now control the whole of this trade theatre. Every single It's down to us, 4,000, that's not bad. Got some more ships coming back actually. Can't actually amalgamate these, can you? You've got to be in a port to actually repair them. Okay, so we're doing quite well here. We'll have to watch the pirates in case they come back for us. Move into this area. Let's attack these guys. Okay, let's fight this battle. It's kind of a bit balanced, that army. I think he had a couple of cavalry, well, one cavalry general and a cannon unit. Sorry, just having a cup of tea. And what we'll do, we'll try and finish this off quickly, then move on to take Alsace, and then we'll try and move on the capital, Paris. Once France is gone, I'm assuming that I'm going to win. It's not by any means certain, but I'm assuming that I'm going to destroy Paris, and that will mean the end of the French. All their colonies will rebel, which should mean that we can then move back into the Caribbean and start attacking. I have had some thoughts about what to do with Paris. I think it will probably rebel if we try and hang on to it, so it might be better to actually give it to one of my allies, and I think that Britain is probably my only reliable ally, to be honest. So it's probably going to be Britain that gets it. Where shall I put my artillery? That's unfortunate. He's got a bit of a ridge, as you can see, protecting him. What about if we set up here? Could be quite interesting. Oof, got the wolves going. What can we not set up? Can't be that difficult to set up on top of a hill. Right, does that look okay? So we'll look at these guys, let's see what they see. It's not bad, they can cover most of that area. These guys, let's see what they see. Just want to check out. Okay, well, that's a bit crazy. I can't actually see what they're doing there. See if I can have a look. It's unfortunate. It's going to be a bit of a race up that hill, to be honest, up that ridge. It's going to move slightly more in this direction, so we can move up and take this ridge. We need to move our cavalry onto the flanks, as always. Push up to this hill and then around into their deployment zone. Going to do with the pikemen. I think I may well keep them back as a reserve. We shall use our general actually as a cavalry unit. Okay, quite happy with that. Let's see where they are. Wow, they're quite a long way off actually. Kind of deployed very strangely actually. Don't know quite the theory why they would do that. We've got some lancers coming in. It's always quite nasty to face. We're actually going to move our reserve up. So we're going to move our cavalry up to here. Just here. It's really weird how they've set up, to be honest. Look at those lancers. They're heading really a long way I'm going to charge these guys. Let's keep showing these guys. So it's quite odd how they've set up. They're running back towards there. There's some light infantry, so we'll take those out. Perfect target for us. We're just walking about. So that will mean we actually have the advantage here. Keep shelling these guys. They're an excellent target that's set up kind of parallel to us. Why is that happening? Why are they just standing there? Why are they not attacking? They literally moved and then stopped. Let's take these guys out. Keep shelling these guys. It's really odd. There's more lancers over there. Oh, General's bodyguards coming towards us, which again is stupid. We'll going to charge into the General's bodyguard wherever he's gone. Unless he's acting as bait for us. He could be acting as bait, of course. In which case we'll move to here, to the flanks. We'll use our General to continue to finish off these guys. Something over here. He's advancing towards the hill. Well, that's not a good thing to do, I don't think. Going to run. Let's take out these Cheval Leger. Something over here. General's moved back. Going to take out his artillery actually, and maybe his general as well. And how are we doing over here? Seem to have trouble getting my guys to charge at the moment. I don't know if that's a thing of Darthmod or not. I don't remember that in the first. How are we doing over here? Kind of firing on them, but not really, to be honest. Let's come and take up along here. Something over here. We've got a few disjointed battles. Kill off that general. Let's get this artillery unit before he sets up and starts firing at us. It's a bit awkward. Need to bring the general in to charge into these guys, keep them going. Right, so I need to get rid of them. The general. Charge into the back of these guys. They're actually a very good unit, to be honest, so I need to these guys routing. Let's use my artillery against. In fact, I'm going to not use it at all, to be honest, my artillery. We should be able to. We're going to continue. We basically want to destroy this army. We don't want it causing us any further problems. So we need to chase after them and kill as many as possible. Two guys. Bayonets, and we're going to attack. How are we doing over here? Right. There's only 8 of those guys left. We can probably turn off the I'm going to toggle bayonets. I'm hitting my own troops. Okay. Well, that was over incredibly quickly, actually. Should be able to get some improvements in our experience as well, with any luck. There's 75 of them left. 63 left. What about that raw Swiss? Are they gone? They're completely gone, actually. That's good. That's very good. I think that those guys are gone as well. Yeah, the cannons are finished. Certainly makes a big difference having a large amount of cavalry in the army. The morale seems very fragile of the enemy units at the moment, so we're going to take advantage of them routing and destroy them. I shall speed things up in a moment. In fact, let's do that now. We should be able to finish us off quite quickly then. Then we shall move on to Alsace. It's quite a weird deployment that the AI came up with. Not that you could do very much. We had the high ground, I think, which is, so the deployment was actually quite lucky for us, to be honest. One guy, come on, finish him off. There we go. Okay, that's good. Then we'll repair this army and move on to take Alsace, as I say, and we'll try and build up an army to attack Paris. The cavalry, I expect, did the best. Indeed they did. Yeah, all the pikemen killed 87, that was very good. Okay, how many friendly kills? Oh, not too many. Only had 16 guys that we killed. That's good for me. Some of you who've seen some other campaigns will know what I'm talking about. Okay, so we can't get much further towards there, but we shall be. Oh, we haven't got enough money to repair that. 280. It's a shame. Okay, I think that's the end of my turn, to be honest. I don't want to do anything more. Let's end the turn. I still got one guy left. Right. That's awkward. Still raiding. Okay. So I'm going to need to go back and destroy that guy. Slightly worried. I think there's probably another army down in the south of France somewhere. Or in fact, there we are. It's actually quite a good army. Still repairing here, I think, aren't we? Yeah. Indeed we are. We've now got... Now destroy these ports again. Okay, what have we got here? Yeah, that's. I'm quite happy with that. That's a reasonable fleet to actually deal with any problems the French might cause us. Right, they're completely gone. Oh, that's good. He's actually sent an army over here. That's excellent. So he's obviously trying to defend his ports, but it does mean that we can move on to attack Paris very shortly. Okay. What have we got here? Yeah, that's pretty damn good actually, that fleet. We'll come back and sit in our trade port, I think. Okay. Right, now we can't actually reach Paris this turn, so what we'll do, we'll take out here. I'm actually tempted. I think I'll fight this because I'm going to lose quite a lot of troops otherwise. We have a range of 500 with a range of 800, so we're going to assault. We obviously will win, but I'll lose a lot more troops if I auto-resolve it, I'm sure. Now this poses some sort of diplomatic problems. Although we're taking out Alsace, it does mean we'll be next to Württemberg, which I think is a Catholic faction, and I don't think they're too keen on us, to be honest. So it sort of opens up the possibility of another front opening up against us, which we could do without if we're going to take out the French. Right, so it's a fort basically. So as always, the best way to attack forts is to attack on the corner. That's the weakest point of any fort. In fact, this kind of approach here is probably the best, because we'll be able to shelter from his artillery to some extent. Of course, it's always best to split your advances on forts into at least 2, sometimes 3 points. So we set up these guys here, a bit further back. I'm sure we can reach them. We only really need to reach the let's have a look. Can we see where we can reach? We can actually go 800, can't we? Yeah, we can cover almost the whole fort. If you see this line, this arc around here. That's good. We can knock a hole in the wall. Cavalry are not going to be that much use. Got some assault troops here forming up once we've knocked a hole in the wall. He's got some mortars, but I think they'll be too far away, so I say we'll take out the wall and then advance on the corner of the fort. So I'll look over here. I think probably it may well be that it's better to attack from this point actually. You can see the slight rise in front of here. This will shelter us, although he has mortars of course. He'll probably put his units on top of the parapet and they'll fire cannons at us. But if we can advance, yeah, that ground looks pretty good to me actually. That should give us some cover. Yeah, I like that. So we're gonna move the rest of the guys over here. We'll deploy our cannons first, I think. Where are they? There they are. That's probably the best place for them. Can we fire on them? I think we probably can, because we have an arc of fire. One of these trees might serve as better cover. Let's have a look. I like that better. Let's have a look here. Yeah, I think so. I think that's probably a better place to actually put them. Again, cavalry, probably once the breach is actually made, it would be worth maybe advancing then. In the meantime, we don't want to be hit, suffer some losses. Group these guys together. They'll be coming in on the angle of the fort. Over here. Okay, end deployment. Out here. Take out here. So a lot of this is just going to be artillery barrage for a while. We're going to come up, form up along here. The ground looks pretty good to me actually, sheltering us. Don't think his mortars are in range of us actually. I don't think he can do much about that. He's only got 2 units to defend the parapets, so initially I'm probably going to keep these guys back out of mortar range if I can. This artillery piece should be taking out this 9% damage already. That's good. 9% here. We'll basically do a rush with the cavalry at the last moment. We're going to try and... we'll probably move up underneath this bluff here. That's quite good. Of course, I say the mortars will probably be able to hit us from there. They're not actually doing much at the moment, are they? These guys look as if they're firing towards us, so we need to come back a bit until the walls are actually out. When the walls are down, we'll rush in, basically. %22 damage. So we've got a breach over here. We'll try to hit the troops that are on the parapet, try to knock them down. Oh, they're firing at us. Can't see any hits at the moment. General seems to be fired upon. Let's move him back. That seems to be that we're just slightly out of range, I think. Yeah, we haven't taken any hits. Right. 28%. It's going to be a bit of an artillery duel for a little while until we get a breach. 31%. I believe we're out of range looking at the fall of those shots. It's hard to judge. You can't actually tell very well where 500 yards or 800 yards. It comes with experience actually, to be honest. It does come. You realise how far yeah, so in fact that's the limit of his artillery, so we can actually move up without suffering any losses. We're not going to send the general in, it would be a waste. Just going to move our cavalry up a bit. We're going to split their fire actually, to make sure we don't go across the artillery. 34%, we're doing a very good job on this wall. It's 50% damaged, that's good. Of course what we will do, we'll probably target the 8-inch mortars actually, thinking about it, once we're actually done. As with most sieges, it's just a matter of time, to be honest. Once you've got superior forces, you have to move them into the right positions, and then if you're trying to avoid men being killed... Wow, that is so close. That was like yards in front of them. Steady. They can't reach us, don't worry. 44%, that's good. Whoa, just going to move back slightly. No point in taking losses for no reason. Don't want to kill men for no reason. Okay. 44%. I think we're definitely out of range over here, I think. Yeah. %, so I think we can start sending our men in. I was saying that I may actually try and take out some of the guys on the wall. It would be nice to clear the parapets before we actually go in. So we'll probably aim for this, damaging this wall. I think we can probably move the cavalry up to here. Want to split their fire basically. Okay, they're active, they're encouraged, they're eager, that's good. 63%. Of course there's no ammunition use really in this game. You can just keep firing as long as you want to. 72%, that was a good shot. This wall's now down, so we're going to retarget the artillery onto the parapets and see if we can take out these guys. Should clear them from the parapet and then we can actually get through. Quite possibly, because we've now created a barrier to that guy moving across, if we quickly, say quickly, it's a bit like the First World War here. I think I've said this before, you've got to walk slowly, otherwise by the time you get to the melee side of the battle you're tired. So when people talk about the First World War generals being idiots, sending their troops walking slowly towards machine guns, the trouble was with the pack and all the other stuff troops were carrying, by the time you got to actually hand-to-hand fight with someone you'd be exhausted, so you had to walk slowly. There was no other way of doing it. Charge right at the end, of course, but there was just no way around it, to be honest. We're going to take some hits from these mortars. No way we can get around that. We could actually throw the cavalry in, saying that. Cavalry move much faster. They can take out the mortars. If we charge in. Now we've got a breach. This wall has gone down, I believe, or is about to. Yeah, there we go. Let's aim for these guys over here. Same thing applies. I think we'll send the cavalry in initially to try and take out the mortars. Make sure they are actually charging, not just walking slowly, because they provide too much of a target. Got our cavalry. We're suffering some damage here, I think. Yeah. We're going to run this guy. He seems to be the target of them. Right, let's get in there. Okay, let's bring up my infantry now as quickly as possible. Let's bring this cavalry in here. Yeah, it's really only his mortars that we need to worry about. Bring up my infantry as quickly as I can. Kill the enemy general. charge these guys before they can get a volley off at us. Rather melee than fight them in any other way. Here come my other infantry. Send the pikemen into melee. Let's charge. Don't stand there. Those mortar guys are holding a long time. Suffer some losses with these cavalry because can't really get a decent charge on them. Just got a minute to go. Oh, that got them. That charge got them actually. That's good. Should be Alsace will be ours. We can move on to Paris. Need to really stop my artillery. Okay, that's probably over. We don't need to worry about chasing them down. We'll end the battle because they're a garrison, so they'll be destroyed pretty quick once we come out of the siege. Don't think we took too many hits. Wow, we killed 150 of our own troops, which is obviously not good. How many? 150? That's crazy. How did we manage that? Oh well, it's a bit disappointing. Right, so we need to repair that. And I need to repair our army. There's no quick way that I found to actually do this, to be honest. Just go through and repair them as you can. Right, okay, so that's fine. We're doing fine there. Repairing that. Can we repair this? We can. Can we repair this? We can. Okay. Bring these troops down. I think is that one unit. I'm just going down and destroy them. Right, okay, let's attack. Sorry, it's a bit kind of like tiny battles. We're just really tidying up before we advance on Paris. So I'll try and end this as quickly as possible. We've got some cavalry to charge after them. I just know that if I auto-resolve, I will lose a lot more men than will be required to win the battle if you fight it yourself. Okay. Where is he? Straight ahead. Right. Okay. Nice countryside around here, isn't it? Very pretty. We still can't form square at the moment. We haven't researched that yet, so it's only gendarmerie, so they're basically like provincial cavalry. We need to pin them with my cavalry and then bring up my infantry. We're both fighting in woodland, so that kind of cancels each disadvantage out, to be honest. Okay, they should start to go fairly soon. Let's get the infantry involved. Let's fix bayonets. bayonets. These are plug bayonets, so once they're fitted, that's it, we can't fire. But, obviously we're not going to need to fire. Should start to get them going fairly soon. 57, we're actually taking quite a lot of horsemen are dying actually. We need to bring up the infantry as soon as possible, to be honest. Yeah, that's better. That should turn the tide. Killed their general, I think. They're starting to go. What about all the woodland? .28 left. Going to continue. We don't want any guys left. Get after them. Speed things up. Only the cavalry will obviously be able to catch them. Okay. Well, they can move, can't they? Where's the border? Oh, they're going to escape. Damn. Okay. Well, I don't think it was that close, but anyway. Hopefully there won't be any left, otherwise I'm going to be chasing around after them whilst they do damage to our infrastructure, which would be a pain. Right, let's... Oh no, we've actually destroyed them, that's good. Let's repair these guys. They'll be moving on to Paris. I may have to recruit a general as well, actually. Okay, region captured, Alsace. Trade gained. Common labourer. Oh. Trade route raided. Where was that? Oh, it's over here, isn't it? Yeah, that's fine. That's all the stuff we were doing with the French ports. We damaged this port, damaged that port. We can't get down to the Mediterranean yet at the moment, unfortunately. Recruitment report. Okay, so we need to go to the Indian Ocean. Sort ourselves out. Construction report, that's good. Should be more money. Fleet arrives. Can bring this back to here. I don't think we'll have much money to actually repair it. $850. Well, we can try and repair one of the ships. So we've got a 6th rate, 5th rate, 5th rate, 6th rate. So they'll be going back into the Indian Ocean theatre. Nation destroyed. What was that? Saxony. Alright, so the Prussians are obviously on the move. 3-colour printing. I'm not interested in that. Okay. Let's just review what's going on over here. I think we're still recruiting troops. Oh no, we're not actually. Don't know whether to recruit some more troops. Where was that army? I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Let's have a look down here, see if there's any more troops. Ah, there's not. So that's basically his last field army, and then we've got garrison here. And some troops over here which are trying to stop my raiding. Is it more important? Let's see what I'm wondering about, repairing these things or building troops. I think I've probably got enough troops to actually defeat the French. Got 3 units there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Plus these guys. It's going to be tight, and obviously I don't want them building more units, to be honest. So it's kind of a arms race what we're involved in. If we don't repair that, that gives us 107, so it costs 30 to repair that, so that's neither here nor there. It costs 280, so that's not going to give us a unit either. So it's not even a question. We can't. We may as well just end our turn. There's nothing else really we can do. So we'll end our turn. So I don't want them spamming out lots of troops from Paris if we can avoid it. And he is spending his money repairing his ports. I don't know if you can see over here. Which again isn't stupid. It's the kind of thing you probably would do if you were a human player. You might decide to do that. Obviously the priority is to that's good actually. That's good. Obviously the priority would be to... I can't wait for them to build an Imperial because I'll get Buckley's regiment. Okay, where did that army go? That's interesting. It's attacking Savoy, who's presumably at war with them. I'm gonna... Traits gained. Lunatic. Okay, fine. Okay. Can we actually change anybody in our government that we need to? Let's kick that guy. That was pretty much useless. Didn't really do us much good. That's probably better actually. Trade is very good now, as you can see. Talking of trade, we're going to go straight out to India and repair those ships. We must do that. Get this fleet back into operation so that it can go into Indonesia. I'm very afraid that we may be attacked by pirates in Indonesia, or even the French possibly may just turn up out the blue. Back to attacking the French. What's that port? How much damage have we done there just by that? Okay, so that's probably gone. Let's go around here, see where that army is. Wow, we've really done a good job here. Look, it's dragged away all these really top line units by attacking this port. We're going to completely destroy this. So we may leave a ship in there, to be honest, to ensure they do actually continue to move towards it. We'll leave a brig and we'll go back to our own port to defend it, a trade port. So that should make sure they actually still continue to come towards us. I'm liking this because we know exactly where his troops are. We're going to move a bit closer. He seems to have left his capital completely unguarded. So we need to dash towards that as quickly as possible. We're not going to worry about public order, we'll just take it out of production. There we go. Nope, I think we probably need more troops. Okay, that's all we can do there. These guys, they were repairing, weren't they? Let's have a think about this. Now, can we, if we besiege, that stops him producing troops, doesn't it? I think this guy's too far away to help. I think this guy's probably too far away. It's going to take him 2 turns to get there, I hope. So we'll besiege. We'll continue the siege. Gosh, got a lot of troops. We'll continue the siege. Okay, what to do next? Right, it's a shame he's building a lot of stuff for me that I'm going to take over, or maybe if we get the British to take it over. Okay, I'm reasonably happy with that. That's quite a suitable ending place for the episode. Just to recap, we've taken out Strasbourg, brings us into contact with Württemberg. I'm just going to check out the diplomacy actually, I'm sure they hate us. Let's have a look, they're unfriendly, but let's try and get some trade. Oh good, that's good, that'll improve things. We obviously can't give them any money or anything. That's good, I'm surprised at that, because they're a Catholic. Minus 32, that's still not good. Westphalia is plus 94. So in theory we shouldn't be backstabbed by them. It's Württemberg I'm afraid of. We can't trade with anyone else, I don't think. Nope. Next aim is to try and get a second university or college or school so that we can develop our science. Different, hostile, friendly. Great Britain's our only real ally. Poland is allied to us but are not going to really do much in the way of helping us. And we can't trade with anyone else. So look and see what's happening in India. Nothing much actually. No, I don't think any territories have changed hands. No developments. We will be heading back out to, we'll send a stack or a half stack out to attack some of these regions here, and my aim is to like take out maybe some of the rebel areas that there'll be once France falls. But then we're going to attack Spain I think, and we'll just move along the coast here and then move up through the Central American faction areas, and maybe take out Hispaniola, and we'll be well on our way to getting a reasonable empire then here. Again, India, I'm not really sure what to do about India. I always like to leave India for the two big factions to fight it out, and then we see who wins. And then obviously, as they're starting to win, I'll try and become friendly with them, and ally with them if possible. India, I'm maybe not going to do very much, or maybe try and concentrate on Europe and North America. We'll see. Depends on developments in Europe. I might find myself being drawn into wars without me really having much control over it. Of course, Westphalia has a college, so it's possible that I may take out, and so does Württemberg actually. And that would be a nice sort of homogeneous lump of territory to try and hold on to. But the trouble is, I think once you start advancing into Europe, you then come against other factions who don't like you, and you then end up being drawn into war after war, and all my resources will be taken up in Europe fighting for territories that don't produce a lot of wealth, or don't necessarily produce a lot of wealth, but I'd be better to actually go for colonial territories. I might find these guys come out and try and attack me actually. That's possible. I can't raise a general with these guys. Anyway, I'm going to end the episode there. I hope you've enjoyed it. We fought a couple of minor battles, not ones that I ever thought I was going to lose. But we're progressing okay. I say the campaign is on very hard, very hard. I've had a long discussion with some people about this. Some of the subscribers have commented on it, and I'm going to definitely play my next Empire campaign on hard, and then we'll see if the AI is more intelligent. People are saying that maybe the AI is just much more aggressive, stupidly aggressive. Like for instance these guys chasing off to attack me here rather than defending their capital. That might be an example, for instance, of AI behaviour that's kind of a bit psychotic really. But I've got a feeling it'll probably be about the same. I really think it'll be about the same, but you'll just find that they won't get the bonuses in money, and they won't be able to produce as many stacks if I play on hard. That's certainly what I've seen from looking at other campaigns that are played on hard. But anyway, we'll see. I'll definitely play Prussia with hard, and we'll see how that goes. Prussia are obviously a very difficult faction to play. Right, I'll say bye-bye, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.